In the diverse landscape of internet culture, certain phenomena emerge that capture collective fascination through their distinctive visual properties. One such digital artifact is Zalgo text, a form of text manipulation that stacks Unicode combining characters to create a visual disruption effect. This technique has spread across internet communities since the mid-2000s and represents an interesting intersection of technical standards and online culture. Welcome to Vanishing Threads. Today, we examine the documented history, technical mechanisms, and cultural impact of Zalgo text, from its forum community origins to its evolution as a recognized element in internet horror aesthetics. Zalgo text originated with artist Dave Kelly, known online as Schmorky, who created a series of deliberately distorted comic panels that were shared on the comedy website Something Awful. Kelly created parodies of syndicated newspaper comics on his website, featuring familiar cartoon characters with corrupted appearances and distorted text in their speech bubbles. According to archived forum posts and documentation from Know Your Meme, Kelly's original comics included the recurring phrase, "He comes," alongside visually corrupted text. The term Zalgo itself appears to have no specific etymological roots or meaning prior to Kelly's usage. What began as a visual effect in these comics evolved as forum users became intrigued by the distorted text appearance. Community members at Something Awful and other forums began experimenting with methods to replicate similar visual effects in their own text posts. This experimentation eventually led to the discovery that Unicode combining characters could be used to create comparable visual distortion. As documented on sites like Know Your Meme and TV Tropes, forum communities developed interpretations of Zalgo that went beyond just the text effect. Users conceptualized Zalgo as an unseen supernatural force or entity, frequently drawing comparisons to H.P. Lovecraft's cosmic horror concepts. This connection to Lovecraftian themes is evidenced in common phrases that accompanied early Zalgo text examples, such as, "He who waits behind the wall, and he comes." The visual corruption of text became a way to represent the unrepresentable, concepts of cosmic horror that defy conventional description. From a technical perspective, Zalgo text works by exploiting features within the Unicode standard, specifically combining characters. According to the Unicode Consortium's documentation, combining characters, Unicode code points U+0300 through U+036F are designed to modify the appearance of preceding characters, typically used for diacritical marks in various languages. The technical process is straightforward. A standard letter such as A is selected as the base character. Multiple combining diacritical marks, such as accents, cedillas, and other modifiers, are then appended to this base character. While these marks are designed to appear above, below, or through the base character, they're not intended to be stacked excessively. When multiple combining characters are stacked on each letter, they create visual overflow that most text rendering engines weren't designed to contain. Importantly, the Unicode standard itself has no inherent limit on how many combining characters can be attached to a base character. As documented in the Unicode Consortium's technical standards, Zalgo text is technically valid Unicode. It follows the proper implementation of the standard while producing visual results that weren't anticipated in typical typography applications. By the late 2000s, Zalgo text had spread beyond Something Awful to other online communities. The Internet Archive preserves evidence of its appearance on platforms like 4chan, Reddit, and various specialized forums. The consistent association with the name Zalgo was established during this period, linking the visual text effect to Kelly's original concept. The technical knowledge barrier was lowered around 2010 when multiple dedicated Zalgo text generators emerged online, allowing users without technical knowledge to create the effect through simple web interfaces. These generators typically organized combining characters into three categories: those that appear above letters, those that strike through text, and those that extend underneath the base letters. Zalgo text has appeared in multiple contexts across internet culture. Horror content creators integrated it into creepypasta stories and horror memes, where the visual corruption of text reinforced narrative themes of breakdown or supernatural influence. The effect has also been applied in parody applications to subvert innocent or wholesome characters, creating visual contrast between familiar imagery and corrupted text. Some online communities adopted Zalgo as a visual representation for system errors or corruption in digital contexts. Additionally, the text style has been used specifically to disrupt the expected flow of communication on platforms with standardized text display. As documented in various platform update notes and technical blogs, several major platforms have implemented limits on combining characters in response to Zalgo text. In 2018, Discord adjusted character limits specifically to prevent performance issues caused by excessive combining characters. According to their developer updates, this change was implemented to maintain platform stability while preserving normal use of diacritical marks. Other platforms, including Twitter and Facebook, have implemented similar limitations on how many diacritical marks can be stacked on a single character. These changes were implemented primarily for practical reasons, rather than content moderation concerns, as rendering engines had to process significantly more data for each Zalgo-modified character. Technical documentation from security researchers has identified potential issues with Zalgo text beyond aesthetic concerns. In some documented cases, text with excessive combining characters has caused application crashes on messaging platforms, including Apple Messages and Gmail. Security bulletins have noted these vulnerabilities, which was subsequently addressed in platform updates. Additionally, security researchers have documented instances where Zalgo text was used in phishing attempts, with the visual confusion created by the corrupted text helping to obscure malicious links or content. As Zalgo text moved from niche forums to broader internet culture, several documented incidents have brought it to mainstream attention. In 2020, a well-documented incident occurred when a high school student submitted the word hamburger in Zalgo text for his yearbook caption. As reported by Peter Pixel and other news outlets, when printed, the excessive characters overlapped both his photograph and that of the student below him on the page, creating an unintended visual disruption in the official publication. In online gaming communities, independent horror games released on platforms like itch.io have incorporated Zalgo text mechanics. Some games use progressive Zalgo effects to indicate character status or sanity levels, merging the visual disruption with gameplay mechanics. Alternate reality games, ARGs, have also utilized Zalgo text as part of their communication strategies, leveraging its unsettling visual quality to enhance mysterious narratives. The influence of Zalgo text extends beyond horror contexts to various forms of digital art. Performance artist Laimonas Zarkaz created the documented Glitcher project, a Facebook page that intentionally modified and glitched Facebook's code structure to create visual disruptions within the platform's standardized interface. As reported by technology publications, this art project was directly inspired by the principles behind Zalgo text. Online, Zalgo text has been used for various creative purposes across digital spaces. Users have employed it to create visually distinct signatures in forum posts, making their comments immediately recognizable. Writers have incorporated it to represent supernatural or corrupted speech in fiction, visually distinguishing otherworldly dialogue. Digital artists have explored themes of degradation through intentional Zalgo corruption, while others have used its chaotic appearance as visual commentary on institutional breakdown or system failure. This creative repurposing demonstrates how technical features can be appropriated for cultural and artistic expression. According to Unicode Consortium documentation, several aspects of Zalgo text are often misunderstood. Despite its appearance, Zalgo text is not technically corrupted, it follows valid Unicode standards. The effect does not damage files or systems, and it contains no executable code. It can be completely reversed by removing the combining characters. What appears visually as chaotic is actually following precise technical rules for character composition, as documented in Unicode implementation guidelines. Zalgo text represents an interesting case study in how technical standards can be repurposed to create distinctive aesthetic effects. From its origins in deliberately corrupted comic panels to its recognition as a digital horror signifier, the phenomenon demonstrates how internet communities develop visual languages that spread across platforms. What makes Zalgo text particularly noteworthy is how it functions as an example of technical knowledge becoming cultural expression. By manipulating the standards designed to make digital text universally readable, users created a visual language for representing concepts like corruption, horror, and breakdown in digital spaces. As digital communication continues to evolve, cases like Zalgo text provide insights into how technical affordances shape cultural expression online, and how communities adapt existing systems to create new forms of visual communication. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay curious, stay safe.